Good afternoon and welcome to Learn with Tonia YouTube channel. Are you a parent, a guardian, or a teacher? This channel is dedicated to you. It is dedicated to teaching everything teachable and learning everything learnable. Today, we are going to be looking at slow learners and how to help our slow learners. One of the ways of measuring intelligence is by using intelligence quotient. According to the International Literacy Association, children with IQ of 70 to 85 are considered slow, as against an average intelligence of 95 to 110. Now, why do we call children within the range of 70 to 85 IQ slow learners? We call them slow because their learning speed is way slow, very slow, compared to the child with an IQ of 95 to 110. Now, have you discovered this in your classes, at home, or with the kids under your care? How do you help a child who is considered a slow learner? We have several ways of helping them meeting up with their peers. So today we're going to be looking at a few. One of the logic to use in helping a slow learner is that a slow learner needs more time and more resources. Dedicate time to your slow learner and bring in every available resources and see how amazing your slow learner can turn out. Secondly, the right tools and the right strategies are one tool, one logic we can use in helping our slow learner. What do we mean by the right tools? What are the things, what are the instructional materials you use in teaching? What are those items you use in guiding the learner? The right one, the adequate one for a particular lesson is what I meant by the right tool. When you put the right tool in place, the learner may begin to grasp as fast as others. It helps a lot to have the right tool in place when teaching a slow learner. Another logic is that the slow learner needs more detailed explanation. A slow learner needs you to keep explaining and bringing in more examples to explain what you have taught. What you taught within 30 or 35 minutes and the fast learner grasps easily, it may not be that easy for a slow learner. Therefore, you have to go into details. A slow learner needs detailed explanation. Another logic to use is to plan a fun activity. Yes, make learning fun. How do you make learning fun? You can plan a quiz or a debate concerning a topic you have taught or would be teaching. Now, this will give the slow learner an idea of what is about to come or what he or she should expect. So when you plan activities for the learners, the slow learners tend to benefit. Another logic is to organize their homework. As a parent or as a home tutor, learn to organize the work of the slow learner. If you just come and begin to tell the slow learner, bring your books, open to this page, and didn't you see the example that was given there and all of that? Sorry, he or she may just be nodding without grasping anything. Therefore, learn to organize the homework of a slow learner. Another logic is to ask questions. Ask questions. When a child comes back from school, ask the child question. Ask the child, what have you been taught today? What did you learn from what you were taught in school today? How did you participate? What were your scores in your class sums? You see, the child continues to put that in mind that when I get home, questions will arise. Therefore, he or she will put in more interest in class, and then when he or she comes back, he or she will be able to answer your questions. One other logic is to repeat learning points. As a teacher in class, don't just give out the points like we used to do in classes. You just come, you write the points out 1, 2, 3 without repeating the points. When you list out the points, take your time one after the other to give explanations of the points. Thereby, you help both the fast learner and the slow learner. Our target here are the slow learners. We don't just teach and wave them aside. Our plan is to help them, to bring them closer to their peers who are a little ahead of them. One other thing to use is to use real life examples. Use real life examples. When you teach, for example, you're teaching fraction in class, don't just draw a square on the board, draw lines in the middle, and then tell us it's 1/2 or 1/4. For a fast learner, he or she may just grab what your intentions are. But for the slow learner, he or she will just be looking. So how do you help a slow learner in your class? Bring in real life objects. If you're to teach fraction, say 1/4, why don't you bring in oranges or apples and then get a knife, split it into 4 and pick up 1 and give explanation of how this orange or this apple has been splitted into 4 and 1 out of it is taken. Therefore, out of this 4, 1 has been taken. Now, when you ask the child, when you bring in such examples into play, the child will be able to answer your questions, and you will see that the child is actually learning. Now, the last logic to help your slow learner is give reward. Learn to give reward either as a teacher or as a parent. If you give reward, you see that you are boosting or helping your slow learner to pick up. Yes, when the child progresses in class or in academics, learn to give reward. Give a pen or a pencil or an eraser or a new exercise book. This will help. This will boost the morale of the child, and he or she would strive to know and do better. Thank you. We've come to the end of our class today. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also share. Invite friends to follow Learn with Tonia. Have a nice day.